Bonjour, we are at Paris and we're gonna take an iconic winter walk dans tous les endroits à Paris together. Allons-y. So it's a beautiful day, il fait beau, and we're starting in my favorite place, the Palais-Royal, so the Royal Palace. It stands for its name because in the 17th century, au XVIIe siècle, it belonged to the Cardinal Richelieu, so it was a place for the royals. And it was only after the French Revolution, après la Révolution française, that it became access to public. And j'adore venir ici. I love coming here with my puppy and have coffee with friends. It's such a nice place. So we're gonna start our walk here. Actually, I had the idea today because I was thinking I often show you guys really specific concepts, but today I was thinking let's go walk a little at Paris, especially during the winter time, cozy time, and to show you guys an amazing route of what you can do if ever you come to Paris. Palais-Royal is one of my favorite parks. C'est un de mes parcs favoris because I feel like c'est vraiment un bout de nature, like a piece of nature au milieu de la ville, like in the middle of the city. And especially on a crispy, cold, sunny winter day like this, c'est une journée parfaite. It's a perfect day. And the reason why I like it so much, j'aime beaucoup, c'est parce que tu peux te poser. Like you can sit down, you can relax. I come with Mei. Right behind me, you can see like a fountain with people reading, enjoying the sun. C'est très apaisant, like it's very relaxing, very peaceful. Donc j'aime beaucoup cet endroit. And now like with all the leaves falling and changing, c'est vraiment un endroit magnifique. So if you come to Paris for winter or summer or whenever, you absolutely have to come here. Another thing, une autre chose, is that it's free for all. Like c'est gratuit pour tout le monde. So you can go and grab a coffee in one of the cafes surrounding here, observe the magnifique, beautiful architecture, and just spend a really like relaxing time at Paris. Et là, il y a beaucoup de feuilles. There are a lot of leaves because c'est la période, it's the season, and also on the other side, it's currently closed because they're like cleaning out the leaves. But usually both sides are open, it's pet friendly, c'est gratuit. It's really one of my favorite spots at Paris. Et là, une journée comme ça, a day like this, such a great place to spend the first part of the day. Like just have your first coffee here and let's walk towards in the park, autour du parc. Also, let me know what you think about walking with me in Paris, if you enjoy ce sort de format, this sort of formats, because I personally really like it. I feel like it's very real, c'est très vrai, and also I was gonna do this anyways by myself, and it's so great to be able to share like iconic routes with other people, avec d'autres personnes. Il fait vraiment beau, it's so sunny. I'm taking it in because we don't see the sun every day these days. There's a lot of pluie, gris, rain and grayness, mais là, c'est absolument très beau. So maintenant, now we are in les colonnes de Buren. So les colonnes du Buren are actually like columns in black and white. And it's interesting because when they were first presented in 1986, it caused like a lot of controversy because beaucoup de personnes thought it was too modern for the area. And now it's funny because it's like one of the most, I guess, photographed spots of this area of Paris. So that's to say that sometimes mixing modern with old is not always a bad thing. C'est pas une mauvaise chose. So this is a place that a lot of people come for pictures. Donc voilà pour les magnifiques colonnes de Buren. And now, nous allons sortir de Palais-Royal. We're going to go outside of the Palais-Royal. Just there are many exits all around. Il y a beaucoup de sorties. Et on va aller dans une rue très connue. We're going to go to a very famous street. Ici, aujourd'hui, je trouve qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde. There's not a lot of people. But I'm guessing on weekends, il y aura un peu plus de monde. I forgot to say that le Palais-Royal has a lot of famous things like le Conseil constitutionnel, institution of consultation, which is why there's a lot of people who came out from that. Il y a aussi la Comédie Française. So very famous for its theater and everything. C'est aussi un lieu très bien placé, like very well positioned, parce que c'est là où il y a opéra juste à côté. There's opera right beside it. Le Louvre, there's the Louvre that's right, if you walk further left, genre à 5 minutes à pied à peine, in 5 minutes tu es au Louvre. And you can see le hôtel du Louvre derrière moi, which I tried that restaurant. J'avais essayé ce restaurant, il était excellent. And if you look on this side, à ma droite, juste derrière moi, right behind me, all the way over there, sur l'avenue, tu vois l'opéra. We see the opera. So en fait, c'est pour ça que ça s'appelle l'avenue de l'opéra, because you can see it directly there. So I started in Palais-Royal, et maintenant, je vais marcher vers l'avenue de l'opéra. Pas traverser l'avenue de l'opéra. We're not gonna go to the avenue of the opera, but on va aller à la rue juste après, the street right behind it. See, this is the street we came from. On venait de l'avenue de l'opéra, mais dans la rue juste après, which is like one of the most famous like luxury shops, places à Paris. On y arrive, we're getting there. Il y a beaucoup de restaurants et de brasseries sympas, a lot of restaurants and brasseries in this street as well, not only luxury shops. On rentre dans... Là, on est juste à côté de l'avenue de l'Opéra, and we're actually on the street of, est-ce que vous voyez ça, la rue Saint-Honoré. Du coup, le nom, the name of Saint-Honoré, actually comes from the patron of the pastry chefs of the time. His last name was Honoré. Du coup, ça s'appelle la rue Saint-Honoré. Et en fait, il y a plein de salons de thé, de cafés, de magasins. There's a lot of like different stores and everything. Donc, c'est principalement une rue de shopping, like a shopping street with luxury brands, but we're not at the ultimate luxury part right now. Et tu vois, on commence à voir toutes les décos de Noël. Let me know if you like this season. I know that for some people it's their favorite season, leur saison favorite de tous les temps. Pour moi, c'est important aussi. It's also important, but I would say that I love multiple seasons à Paris parce que je trouve que Paris est toujours beau. Et là, c'est un ramen. It's a ramen store qui s'appelle Sapporo. It's open till very late. J'y vais assez souvent. I go quite often. I really like it. I made a video about the best ramens à Paris. Et en fait, I realized after, j'ai réalisé après qu'il y avait plein de restos que j'avais pas fait. That a lot of best ramen restaurants I didn't include. Donc, maybe I need to do a part 2, une partie 2. Wow, cette lumière, this light is amazing. When we walk in Paris, quand on marche à Paris, on se rend compte que tout est proche. Everything is very close to each other. That's why for me, Paris, c'est une ville assez petite because you can walk to many places. And for me, having previously lived in big cities like Shanghai and like Hong Kong, je trouve ça absolument superbe qu'on puisse marcher d'un endroit à un autre, that we can walk to one place to another. On va marcher tout droit. We're gonna walk straight. J'aime beaucoup cette météo. I really love this weather. Like, même s'il fait très froid, even if it's really cold, pour moi, tant qu'il y a un ciel bleu, as long as there's like a blue sky et qu'il y a du soleil, that there's sun, for me, it can be cold. But once it starts being très gris or rainy, c'est pas pour moi. Donc là, on arrive à une rue où on commence à voir des magasins de luxe. We're starting to see more and more like luxury stores. Also, let me know if you've started your Christmas shopping. Si tu fais tes courses de Noël, parce que j'ai pas commencé. I haven't started, but I should because I think it's gonna get busier as we enter le mois de décembre, as we enter the month of December. Donc là, si on continue un peu plus loin, if we continue a bit further, on va terminer sur une place très connue, which you've probably heard about. T'as sûrement déjà entendu parler. Il y a toutes les décorations de Noël, the decorations of Christmas, qui est très sympa. Et bien sûr, you know, qui dit rue de luxe, luxury streets, dit des prix assez élevés. So prices that are not that cheap. Which, while I'm saying this and walking with you, right behind me there's Balenciaga. So you kind of know the vibe of the streets and the vibe of the square we're going to. Ça, c'est une pixel art, modern art que j'aime beaucoup. It's the Mona Lisa en pixel, but into a schtroumpf. I don't know if you know these characters, les schtroumpfs, but in France, everyone knows them. C'est des personnages très iconiques, iconic characters. C'était d'abord en bande dessinée. It was first like in comic books, and then it became into like movies and everything. But yeah, un peu de culture française. I think what's interesting about like going on walks with people that are locals or that live there is that you really have all the insights. You see how it is like in the actual moment. Like this is, you know, end of November, how it is really à Paris. T'as l'aspect culturel aussi. You have the cultural points of view where you can see that I'm sharing stuff, sharing anecdotes and stuff about la culture française. Ça commence vraiment à être l'esprit de Noël. It's really starting to be Christmas. Et là, je crois qu'on n'est pas très loin. We're not too far. On n'est pas très loin de la place que je voulais vous amener, the square that I wanted to show you guys. Oh, there's so many trees and everything. C'est très, très beau. Very, very beautiful. It has this iconic column behind me qui s'appelle la colonne Vendôme. Et c'est intéressant. It's interesting because this column actually was erected by Napoleon originally using his cannons, like in 1810, 1810. Vraiment truc de fou. Donc allons voir ça de plus proche. Let's go see that a little closer. Mais en fait, c'est une place très très connue with a lot of like luxury hotels, luxury stores. Énormément, beaucoup de luxe, a lot of luxury. Mais cette fois, il y a les sapins de Noël. There are the Christmas trees. Retourner à nos pas, so go back to the steps that we were initially. We were walking sur la rue Saint-Honoré, donc on va retourner là-bas. Place Vendôme is a nice place to take photos, pour prendre des photos de Noël, etc. Mais pas besoin de passer longtemps. Derrière moi, il y a le hôtel du Ritz, qui est très connu, the Ritz Hotel. Et juste à côté du Ritz, il y a le ministère de la Justice, so the Ministry of Justice, right next to that, on Place Vendôme. C'est intéressant, it's interesting. And if you don't know the series Lupin, which is one of my favorite French series as a French person, I really love the actor Omar Sy. He actually filmed an episode in the latest season that was here, donc c'est marrant because it was about like a burglary of a jewelry store, d'un magasin de bijoux. It's crazy because quand j'étais jeune and I came to Paris with my grandparents, we walked on Place Vendôme and we actually saw Angelina Jolie and her kids walking out of the Ritz. So je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes connues, a lot of famous people who spend time around here. I'm sure all the celebrities come here and everything. Et t'as vu? Même de ce côté-là, la vue est très très belle. The view is very beautiful, especially with the sunlight. C'est magnifique. Donc là, on va partir de la place Vendôme. We're gonna leave this area et on va continuer à nos pas, where we were. On va retourner à la rue Saint-Honoré. La rue ou l'avenue? I'm kind of having a doubt right now. On va retourner à la rue Saint-Honoré. Anyways, everything is walking distance. On peut marcher de partout. Là, on continue sur la rue Saint-Honoré. And that's where we continue to still have a lot of luxury stores. And the reason why I wanted to walk here is because je veux vous montrer. I want to show you the nice like Christmas spots that you can go by quand tu visites Paris, and also where it's nice to spend time, prendre des photos. Donc, même si Il y a beaucoup de luxe, like there's a lot of luxury dans cette partie-là. J'adore Paris parce qu'il y a plein de passages cachés, comme le passage à ma droite. We are continuing to walk along Rue Saint-Honoré. And actually, on this street, there is another intersection street qui est très très connue. So the intersection street, elle s'appelle Rue Cambon. So we're at Rue Saint-Honoré and Rue Cambon. Et qu'est-ce qu'il y a derrière tout ça? What's behind all of this? C'est un square très connu, very famous square called la place Maurice Barrès. So c'est une place qui est au milieu de la rue Saint-Honoré et la rue Cambon, qui est très très connue. And usually there's always Christmas decorations, donc allons voir ça. The reason why this street is very famous, Rue Cambon, is because juste derrière moi, il y a Chanel. And it was the first boutique that Chanel opened. C'était en 1910, in 1910. And it was the first boutique she opened, and it's now the headquarters of Chanel. Et donc j'aime bien cet endroit. I like this place parce qu'il y a beaucoup de décorations. Every year there's a lot of like wall decoration de Noël, etc. Et aussi la place Maurice Barrès, c'est super sympa. Ils ont fait une sorte de ruban de Chanel en noir et avec du textile, with like textile and in black. I'll show you un petit clip de la façade de Chanel. Et puis à ma gauche, on my left, il y a Dior, qui ont aussi fait des décorations sympas. Et là, je suis sur la place Maurice Barrès. So it's really like an iconic spot à Paris pour Noël. And in your routes, it's really nice to walk past. Donc là, on va tourner à droite et on entre dans une rue qui s'appelle la rue Royale. Donc on va aller à droite. We're gonna turn right. Il y a Cartier. There's Cartier over here. There's also La Durée, which fais voir leur calendrier de l'Avent. Wow, their advent calendar is so pretty. I might make a video about like very original, you know, not ordinary advent calendars. So if you would like to see a video about the advent calendars of Paris, or chocolates, or very original ones, let me know in the comments, because I think it would be so interesting to compare different advent calendars. Of course, I'm probably not gonna do like beauty and products and everything, but la nourriture, food, that could be very interesting. I'm gonna quickly cross. Je vais traverser because I wanted to show you guys this amazing architecture, neoclassical architecture. C'est l'église de la Madeleine. So we are on Place de la Madeleine, and behind c'est l'église de la Madeleine, which is a neoclassical church. But what's really interesting is that Napoleon actually originally wanted to be like the temple of the glory of the army, but then later on, plus tard, c'était converti, it was converted to be able to become a neoclassical church. Je trouve ça très très beau. I find it really beautiful. I know we're here to look at Christmas locations, but I had to put un peu d'histoire, a bit of history for this. Et donc, juste en face de moi, right in front of me, I have Place de la Concorde, which is the very famous square. Et derrière moi, behind me, I have l'église de la Madeleine. Now we're going to our last stop. On va à notre dernier arrêt. Our last Christmas stop for this episode, pour cet épisode. It's starting to be peak hour. Commence à avoir du monde parce que tout le monde finit le travail. Everyone's getting off work. But we have un dernier arrêt, one last stop. And qui dit Rue Royale, who says that we are on Rue Royale Street, means that we're going to a place called le Village Royal. Vraiment un super endroit pour prendre des photos. It's a great place to take photos, especially at this time, like we're entering end of the day, ça devient un petit peu plus sombre, so the lights are on. Tu peux même rentrer à l'intérieur. You can walk inside and you can take your photo avec this hot air balloon. Last year, I remember, il y avait des petits ours. There were little bears everywhere. Mais cette année, c'est très beau aussi. And this is the absolute like hidden gem. Pour la période de Noël, I really like home. Le village Royal, it was a place for residentials, pour les résidentiels, and now it's turned into like luxury shops, but also a hidden gem pour Noël. And I really want to share more of these places with you. So if you kind of like these like winter walking with me type of vlogs, let me know. They're very fun and interesting for me to do because I get to spend time with you, showing you different parts of Paris in live, and also teaching you un peu sur la culture aussi, a bit of the culture. Now I'm about to go to a very famous Christmas market, which is straight and on the left. If you know which area I'm in, you can probably guess that it's one of the iconic ones. And it's reminded me that I might make a video about les marchés de Noël iconiques de Paris, the iconic Christmas markets of Paris. Dis-moi dans les commentaires if you would want a video about the iconic Christmas markets of Paris, because I know quite a few and I think they're very different than what I've seen before, and they're super interesting because each of them has their specialty. Like some of the markets are specialty from a region in France, like il y a un marché alsacien from Alsace. There's one that's more like the business. Anyways, let me know if this would be interesting for you. But other than that, thank you for spending the afternoon with me to our first winter walk. If you like this, I might make a second video about a different walk and show you kind of what you can do at Paris with your friends if you come for the first time or just for fun. If you enjoyed all these like hidden gem Christmas locations, I'll be making an Instagram post about them. I am on Instagram every single day and I'm here on YouTube chaque semaine, toutes les semaines. Donc, merci beaucoup, thank you so much et à bientôt!